Social media, I think, from the studies and research I've done personally, and I'm sure that you will agree with me, you just have to Google it a little bit and you will see all these different websites talking about addictions and social media harm and mental illnesses, mental health. Lots of studies have been done on it. I don't need to reference it, I need to source it, you just look at it, you'll find it. That this Gen Z, this current generation, and Gen Alpha now is on the rise, this generation is exposed to a world that never existed before. The entire world is at your fingertips. Studies have shown that on an average worldwide, Gen Z, which is between about the age of 13, 15 to about 40, these people are the most users of social media. You know, your TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the likes. Between 3 hours to 15 hours on average. And we all know how many use it at night when they go to bed. Now, there are people who use it for good things. There are people who use it for bad things. There are people who use it for a combination of things. There are people who use it to listen to Quran or to watch a lecture like this, which is amazing, but it depends where you look at it. On TikTok, it's 30 seconds to a minute. You scroll, something else comes up. What you need to do is create an algorithm that only pops up. If you can't leave it, make an algorithm that pops up on things that benefit. But even that, spending too much time on there is going to destroy your heart, your mind, and your health. Even if you're listening to lectures that benefit you. Your body needs to sleep. You need to do other things. You need to act. You need to work. You need to give back. You need to work on yourself. Just sitting there listening. What's that going to do? We need to do. Allah says to the Prophet ﷺ when he first received the Quran, he heard it, it affected him, he sat in the house and shivered. Khadija radiallahu anha placed the blanket over him and she started to calm him down, counsel him radiallahu anha, his wife, his first wife, Khadija radiallahu anha, says, Allah will never betray you, ya Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah will never let you go. Wallahi la yukhzik Allah. You are a person who gives to the orphans and look after the needy and you reconcile between people. And then he stayed there for a night or two and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the next verse down. Ya ayyuhal muzammil qumil layla illa qalila. Oh, you who is blanketing himself. Don't just stay there. Okay, now get up. Qumil layl. Start to pray in the nights. Because that's when the anxiety kicks in for some people. Because in the day, you're busy, you're distracted, the night comes, the thoughts come. So, these types of people want to find a distraction. Go on social media again. Why? To just distract. But then you find that your anxieties and your depression become worse. And I'll tell you in a minute why. So Allah tells the Prophet ﷺ, قُمِ اللَّيْلَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. Stay up in the night, except a bit, praying to Allah. Spend it in that. Why? Allah tells us that layl gives you calmness, gives him peace. That's if you can sleep in the day, a siesta, of course. But look what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told the Prophet ﷺ to do. The Prophet ﷺ, he told us that, well, one of the sunnahs Rasulullah ﷺ used to do is that after Isha, he would go to sleep. Unless he had something productive to do. To spend time with his wife, or to go to help someone, or to do something. But if there was nothing productive to do, he would go to sleep. Or he would stay at home with his family. And he used to say, فَلْيَسَعْكَ بَيْتُكَ. Now these days I say to you, stay at home, it's worse. We need to get out now, don't we? But here's the thing, brothers and sisters, be careful of social media in this sense. That as you're scrolling away, what percentage of haram do you see compared to the percentage of halal? On Instagram, on Snapchat for the younger people, on TikTok with the private DMs. If there's nothing constructive for you to do on social media, then what are the reasons that you go on? Ask yourself that question. And what is it actually doing to you?